life matters. Because despite spending so much time with her coworkers and being really friendly with them and liking a lot of them, they were in very different stages of life. It's why they never hung out on the weekends. It's why they never went out to dinner after work. They had nothing in common other than work. I can give you another example of how timing impacts your friendships. Chris and I have family friends that we love. I mean, we love these two. I think they are so cool. I love hanging out with them, but we're 15 years younger than they are, and they are grandparents. We have so much less to talk about because we're in very different stages of our lives. Are we still friends? Of course. Absolutely. But that friendship is only going to go so deep because we don't live near them, so we don't see them a lot. There's proximity, and the timing's off. We're in very different stages of life. And you know what I love about understanding these three pillars of friendship is that it makes you realize none of this is personal. Friendships come and go. You can feel very close with someone, and then you can feel distant. And none of this is personal. It's proximity and timing. And the let them theory really helped me loosen my grip on adult friendship, and it's going to help you do the same. Because the more you grow in your life, the more people are going to come in and out of your life. Let them. When you stop expecting to have everyone be your best friend, or to be invited to everything, or to be included in everything, or that you will just click with everyone, friendship gets a lot easier and a lot more fun. There is an entirely different way to view adult friendship using the let them theory, and it will make your life so much more fun, fulfilling, healthy, and happy. And that brings me to the third pillar of friendship, which is energy. You either click with some people or you don't. You can't explain it, and neither can they, but you gotta trust it. The energy is either on or it's off. There's no scientific reason to explain it. You just have to go with it. And here's another hard truth. Energy shifts over time. Sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. And that's a good thing, because it means that you and the people in your life are growing into new versions of yourselves. For example, maybe you lived with 5 friends during college and you loved them and you clicked, and it was one of the best experiences of your life. And then 2 of you move in together after you graduate, and within 4 months, something just feels off. This is normal. It means you're both growing and changing. And it doesn't mean, by the way, that the friendship is over. I think a big mistake that we make is that we start to obsess over what's wrong instead of just focusing on acceptance, kindness, and admiration for the other person. Just because you were best friends during one stage of your life doesn't mean that you're going to be best friends during the next stage. Let them. In fact, while we're on the topic, I actually hate the term best friend. And the reason why is it puts too much pressure and expectation on a relationship that will always need room to grow and evolve. As people come in and out of your life, as the energy shifts, let them. Trust the timing. I love this saying about friendship, that there are certain people who are meant to be in your life for a season. There are people who are meant to be in your life for a specific reason. And there are people who will be with you for your lifetime. This is normal. And when someone drifts away or the energy feels off, don't make them your enemy. You can tell when a friendship is forced and the energy is changing because it starts to drain you. You start to feel like something's off or the conversation is just forced. Trust that feeling. And I'm telling you this because I learned the hard way that gripping onto something and trying to force it, it just makes things way worse. And we do tend to hold on to things that we know deep down are not meant for us, don't we? Because we know the second we stop forcing it, the relationship's probably going to fade. And that's exactly what happened to me. All of a sudden, I found myself on the outside of what I thought was my closest friend group. I didn't know what to do. And I definitely did not handle it well. Chapter 12, Why Some Friendships Naturally Fade. Here's what happened. One of the most fun times of my life was when I was a young mom of 3. Chris and I lived in a neighborhood with a huge group of friends, and we were all raising our kids together, hanging out with each other, and building this incredible community. We all had kids the same age who went to the same public elementary school. It was one of the most social and fun periods of my whole life because we were constantly bumping into our friends all the time. Because of the kids, the school, and their schedules, they were always overlapping. I honestly felt like I was back in high school again with constant plans, invitations, and groups of people to hang out with. There were 2 couples in particular that we grew very close to, and we did a ton of things together with our kids. Going away for weekends, Halloween trick-or-treating, coaching Saturday morning town soccer, Sunday brunches, football parties, barbecuing all the time. You name it, it was a blast. Chris and I, we were genuinely happy. It felt like pure luck that we had moved into a suburban town not knowing anyone. And truly, we felt like we'd won the lottery because we met so many amazing couples who we loved spending time with, and our kids loved their kids too. It was just too good to be true. Now, at the same time, one of our closest friends was living in a different state and always remarked on how jealous they were of our community and our large, fun circle of friends. And we thought that the only way that things could get better was if they moved with their kids to our town too. So Chris and I started encouraging them. You got to move here. And they did. In fact, they bought a house right across the street from the 2 couples that we did everything with. At first, I was so excited. Imagine this. One of your closest friends not only moves to your town, but lives on the same street and is becoming neighbors with your current 2 best family friends. We lived a 5-minute drive away. It was perfect. So naturally, I expected it was going to be one big block party. All 4 families together all the time. Now, in the beginning, it was just as I had hoped. They'd call us and invite us to drive over and join in on random weekend nights together. But then over time, something really unexpected started to happen. The invitations became fewer and fewer. And what became apparent was that these 3 families were hanging out without us all the time. Looking back,